Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I make some black chocolate hearts. I thought black was a little bit Halloweeny themed. So I'm going to start with some dark chocolate. Now I'm using the Calibre chocolate, and what I want you to do is just melt it in the microwave. I'm going for about 30 seconds at a time. You don't want to overheat it too much. And I want to change the colour and add in some black caramel. Now I'm using dark chocolate because it's easier to dye it black than it would be for me to use white chocolate or milk chocolate. Once you're happy with the colour, you're going to want your little Geo heart mould. Just make sure it's nice and dry, otherwise it will affect the chocolate. And I'm going to spoon it into each heart. Now I don't want to completely fill each heart, but I do want to make sure all the sides are fully covered. You'll see later in the video that there's a few little bits that I just slightly miss, and some of my filling does leak out. So do this into each of the spaces. Just make sure you scrape off any extra chocolate from around the edge. It's very messy. I'm going to pop that in the fridge just to set it. If you're not in a rush, you can leave it out to set on the side. We're going to fill it with caramel sauce. So I'm using this caramel sauce in a tin. You can make your own if you want. I'm going for the easy option. And I'm going to mix some colouring into it. So I'm going to go for a green one. And we'll also go for a red one too. So I've done the exact same fillings in the white mummy hearts that I did as well. So you'll be able to find that video also on my YouTube channel. I'm also going to do a third filling, which is white chocolate ganache, and I'm going to mix in some nerds just to give it a different kind of flavour. So we're going to pop our filling now into the hearts. Just make sure you don't fill them up too much. We need a bit of space for the chocolate to go back in at the back. I realise this white chocolate ganache one doesn't look as nice as the others, but it does taste nice. You can pop that back in the fridge for a little bit just to firm it up. And then we can put some more melted dark chocolate. So it's the same chocolate I used at the front where it's dyed black. We're just going to fill in the backs. So the ones with the caramel, they're a little bit harder to cover the back of them. So if you need to put them in the freezer just to firm up the caramel to put the chocolate on the back, then do that. So while I'm waiting for that to firm up, we're going to make some little roses. So we're just going to take a thin piece of fondant, so sugar paste or fondant, and you're just going to roll it into a coil for some roses. Just cut off that back bit where it's fairly long. You can do that a couple of times. Do as many roses as you like. I think I won't put this on all my hearts. I might just try a couple with these on. Maybe a little skull. Just going to darken the middles of my skulls. Once the back is set, just check for any little leakages. So I've got a little gap there that the caramel's going to come out of. So I'm just going to fill those in. They're very untidy at the back. I'm not going to see this from the front, so I'm not too worried. So I'm just going to get my sprinkles ready. I think I'll probably add a bit of luster. This is a fake Cahill one. Any of like the really dark ones is quite good. What I'll do is I'll put links below the video to all the products that I've used as well, guys, so you can see everything that I've used. So can you see where the chocolate was just a bit thin on the edge of the mould there? It's stayed in the mould and it hasn't come off onto my heart. So you can see the white chocolate ganache in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm using some melted chocolate. Again, it's just that dark chocolate that I had that's dyed black. And we're going to squeeze it on like so. It's going to cover up that for us. And then we're also going to put our sprinkles on there for a bit of decoration. So this is a Halloween mix sprinkle that I've got here. So you need to put the sprinkles on while the chocolate is still wet. Otherwise you won't get them to attach. Let's just move that to the side. So can you see the same things happened here? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try using this luster. So it's all edible luster. It's like a really dark graphite kind of colour, this one. It just gives it a slight kind of pearlescent look. I don't know if it shows up as well on camera as it does in real life. Again, we're going to put the chocolate on in the same way. So the dust has kind of covered that gap where you could see the white chocolate ganache again, but I'm still going to go over it. So for some of my other hearts, let's try a different design. So this one, I'm just using a white edible pen. I have put a bit of luster on first, and then I'm just drawing on a spider's web. Just make sure it's an edible pen that you're using, guys. We don't want to use a normal felt pen. And remember, I'll put links below the video to everything I've used. Let's do another one with sprinkles. I think maybe black sprinkles on this one. Let's see what it looks like with some black on. So guys, stick whatever you want sprinkle-wise on them. They look nice with all different things on. Some of them I've left without the luster and some of them I've put the luster on. So some look slightly shinier and some look more matte. Do another quick spider web. So just repeating the process we did earlier. And I'm going to add a bit of gold leaf to these ones. Now, if your hearts have been in the fridge, they'll be slightly wet because they'll have a tiny bit of condensation on, so the gold leaf will stick to that. I'm still going to put a squirt of chocolate on as well, just so they can stick these roses into the chocolate. And a little skull on each one. And I can see one of my hearts on the left-hand side has sprung a little leak and the red caramel is coming out, so I've just put a black sugar pearl over that. And that's the gold leaf that I've used as well, guys. So that's it, guys. They're my black chocolate hearts. It'd be great to see what you guys have done, and don't forget to check out my other chocolate heart videos on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment below. You can see more of my tutorials by clicking on the images on screen now. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button to stay up to date with my future tutorials. There are also links in the description box below where you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and more.